Hello everyone and welcome back to the CompTIA 1101 and 1102 review question series. In this video I'll be going over the review questions in chapter 20, and this chapter will cover scripting and remote access. Remember, these are questions from the book and that these are not questions I made up myself. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, question number 1. Which statement about scripting languages is true? A. Scripting languages require a compiler. B. Scripting languages are strongly typed. C. Scripting languages are interpreted. D. Scripting languages have good memory management. The answer here is C. Scripting languages are interpreter languages that run on top of a runtime environment. Programming languages, not scripting languages, require a compiler. Scripting languages are not strongly typed. Programming languages are strongly typed. Scripting languages have bad memory management because of loosely typed variables. Question number 2. What level are scripting languages considered? A. High. B. Mid. C. Intermediate. D. Low. The level that scripting languages are considered to be is high. So they're considered to be high languages because they do not directly access hardware and use intermediary called the interpreter. Mid-level languages such as Java and C and C++ are not scripting languages. There is no such thing as intermediate level language. Low-level languages are machine language and assembly language, which are not scripting languages. Question number 3. Which type of variable will allow decimal math? A. Boolean. B. Integer. C. Floating point. D. String. The answer here is C. Floating point. Floating point variables allow for precision math, also known as decimal math. Boolean variables allow for true or false values. Integer variables allow for whole number values. String variables allow for text values. Question number 4. Which environment variable is not inherited? A. System variable. B. User variable. C. Program variable. D. String variable. The answer here is C. Program variable. A program variable is the least significant and not inherited. A system variable is defined for the entire system and is the most significant because it is inherited by all users and programs. A user variable is significant as well, since all applications inherit the variable. A string variable is not inherited, but it is not an environment variable. Question number 5. Which statement will allow a PowerShell variable xvar with a value of 2? A. Xvar equals 2. B. Xbar equals 2. C. Xbar equals 2 semicolon. D. Set / A Xbar equals 2. The answer here is B. The statement is a PowerShell statement that will load the variable xvar with the value of 2. The statement in C is a bash syntax, and then the statement xvar equals 2 is JavaScript syntax, and then the last one, which is D, is a Windows batch script syntax. Question number 6. Which type of loop has a defined beginning and end and steps from beginning to end? A. Do while loop. B. While loop. C. If statement. D. For loop. The answer here is D. For loop. A for loop has a defined beginning and end, steps from the beginning to the end. A do while loop is a type of while loop and has only a defined end. A while loop has only defined end, and an if statement is branch logic, not a loop. Question number 7. Which extension is used with the Windows Bash scripting language? A. .vbs, B. .js, C. .bat, D. .py. The answer here is .bat extension is used with the Windows Bash scripting language. .vbs is used with VB script language. .js is JavaScript, and .py is used with Python. Question number 8. Which scripting language allows for the use of the component object model? COM. A. PowerShell. B. VBS script. C. Windows Bash script. D. JavaScript. The answer here is B. VBS script. So this allows for the use of component object model. The PowerShell scripting language allows for the use of the .NET framework. Windows Bash scripts use existing applications, and JavaScript is primarily a web browser. Question number 9. Which extension is used with the Python scripting language? A. .vvs, B. .js, C. .bat, D. .py. This should be a slight easy question. The answer is D. .py, because Python starts with py. Question number 10. Which scripting language is used with Microsoft Azure and Microsoft 365? A. PowerShell, B. VBS script, C. Windows Bash script, D. JavaScript. The answer here is A. PowerShell. So it allows for the use of the .NET framework and is commonly used with Microsoft Azure and Microsoft 365. The VBS script allows for the use of a component object model and is not used for cloud services, and so on. Question number 11. Which scripting language is used within web pages to allow for interactive content? A. PowerShell, B. Bash, C. Windows Bash script, D. JavaScript. The answer here is D. JavaScript. So JavaScript, of course, it was mentioned before, is primarily web browser and allows for interactive content. So pop-up windows, all those examples you see in web pages, text boxes, anything that you can interact with in a web browser. Question number 12. Which extension is used with the Bash scripting language? A. .vvs, B. sh, C. .bat, D. .py. The answer here is B. .sh. So .sh extension is used with the Bash script language. Question number 13. What must be done before a Bash script can be executed? A. Chown permissions must be set. B. The execute attribute must be set. C. Chmod permissions must be set. D. and .sh must be added to the end of the script. The answer here is C. chmod permissions must be set. Before a script can be executed, you must use the chmod command to grant execute permissions. The chown command changes ownership. There is no such thing as an execute attribute. Adding the .sh to the end of the script doesn't serve any purpose. Question number 14. Which statement will load a JavaScript variable mbar with a value of 8? Got option A, B, C, and D. Which one of these will load a variable mbr with a value of 8? The answer here is C. The statement mbar equals 8 semicolon. So this is the syntax for this statement to load the variable with mbar value of 8. So each language has its own syntax, as you see here. Question number 15. Which scripting language has its own pre-installed integrated scripting environment? A. VVS Script, B. Bash, C. Python, D. PowerShell. So which one of these has its own pre-installed integrated scripting environment? Think about that for a second. The answer here is D. PowerShell. So PowerShell is the only scripting language that has a ISE called the PowerShell ISE. The VS Script language requires the installation of Microsoft Visual Studio Code. The Bash scripting language requires a text editor or other package to be installed. And the Python script language requires a third-party integrated development environment, IDE, also known as ISE. Question number 16. Which line will be used to comment JavaScript code? A. 2/comment. B. That symbol comment. C. rem comment or rem comment. And D. hashtag or pound comment. This is for JavaScript code in order to write comments. That will be A. So the line 2/comment is used to comment JavaScript code. The second option, that is DBS script code, and the line rem relates to Windows Bash script code, and the pound sign or the number sign is the PowerShell code in order to leave a comment. Question number 17. Which extension is used with the JavaScript scripting language? A. .js, B. .sh, C. .bat, D. .py. This also should be an easy one. If you remember on the Python extension, how it started, it's the same thing. The answer here is A. .js. Question number 18. Which Microsoft remote protocol allows for local drives to be presented to the remote system? A. VCN, B. RDP, C. SSH, D. Telnet. So which Microsoft remote protocol allows for local drives to be presented to the remote system? Which of these? That will be B. RDP. So RDP stands for Remote Desktop Protocol and allows for local drives to be available to the remote machine when an RDP session is initiated. VNC, SSH, and Telnet are not compatible redirecting drives. Question number 19. On which network protocol and port does SSH operate? A. TCP port 3389, B. TCP port 22, C. TCP port 23, and D. TCP port 443. Now, to actually know this question, you'll have to remember your ports. So if you remember your ports correctly, which one is SSH? That will be B. The SSH protocol operates on TCP port 22. The remote desktop protocol operates on TCP port 3389. The telnet service operates on TCP port 23. And HTTPS operates on TCP port 443. Question number 20. Which tool is used for screen sharing? A. RDP, B. MSRA, C. SSH, D. Telnet. Which of these tools is used for screen sharing? The answer here is B. MSRA. So MSRA means Microsoft Remote Access Tool. It's used for screen sharing between a trusted helper and a user. The RDP is a protocol used to allow administrators to connect remotely to a Windows server or workstation, but it does not support screen sharing. Both Secure Shell and Telnet are protocols used for text-based console access for administrating Linux/Unix and network operating system environments. Alright guys, this is the end of the video. I appreciate you if you stuck through the whole video. Remember that there are 2 more chapters that I need to cover, and those videos will be out soon as well. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and leave any comments with any questions.